Welcome to another episode of the TUE Brew Review. This week we are checking out Lindemans Kriek. Kriek is Flemish for cherry. This is a cherry lambic beer, and this comes from a historic brewery, the Lindemans Brewery, out of Belgium. It's a sixth generation brewery founded way back in 1822. This is a farmhouse brewery, and the style is considered a farmhouse ale. What makes it unique is the fermentation technique used to make lambics, rather than most beers that pitch a very specific strain of yeast into the fermenter. They don't do that with this type of beer. And instead, they take the unfermented beer, they leave it in these vats, and they open up these louvers that allow the evening air to flow in and inoculate the beer. And these farmhouse breweries in Belgium, they're around a bunch of fruit orchards, and so you'll get the flora and the fauna of the local atmosphere, and that bacteria will land in the beer and begin to spontaneously ferment it. So you end up with this very funky, unique, but also very sour type of beer. That beer is then usually finished in a wooden barrel where it's introduced to some type of fruit. And there's a variety of different fruits they use because, again, they're right in the middle of an orchard. So they have all kinds of fruit at their disposal. And so the fruit helps knock through some of that sour character and provide some nice offsetting sweetness and awesome flavors. This beer is actually part of a 4-pack, and I'm only going to try the cherry beer, but they make all different types of fruited flavors. So it's the same lambic base beer, but they've got one that they use apples. They've got the framboise, which is raspberries, or as I like to use my downstate Illinois dialect, framboise. And they've got a peach beer. But we're going to tear into the cherry one. That tends to be the most popular one. I think that and the raspberries are the ones that I commonly see. Oh, I haven't really gone through the bottle, but very quickly, I believe this is a 9 ounce or 8.45 ounce. I like the way that it's very festive with the foil, and of course you saw different colored foils to match up with the different kinds of fruit, and there's lots of other great information on here. I don't think they have the ABV, but these lambics tend to run, I think, less than 4%. So they're very, very low in alcohol. So let's go ahead and tear into this. Beautiful color, nice ruby red color, and I like that kind of a nice pinkish hue. Love a good hue. It's got a moderate amount of carbonation that's kind of very fizzy and dissipating very quickly. Oh man, yeah, big cherry fruity aromatics. Also kind of getting that very noticeable Belgian funk in there. That's to style in these beers. There's also, I can get a little bit of oxidation out of this, kind of that wet cardboard character. And again, that's a little bit of the funk, but also because these beers are imported from Belgium, you might have a little bit of oxidation going on with the beers. But it's still to style. Cheers. Yeah. Oof. Flavors just pops with that intense, sweet, tart cherry flavor. It's actually a little bit vinous and wine-like in its character. It's almost, it's definitely a beer, but it's got that wine, that dry wine character. Yeah, the flavors pop. Great, kind of a sweet sour cherry character. Very bright flavors, acidic, but again, the sweetness of the cherry really helps kind of cut through that acidity. And it's got a really nice dry finish, just a pleasant cherry aftertaste. Absolutely delicious, funky, fruity beer. Absolutely a winner in my book. So I can't wait to try the other three. So get a chance and you find some Lindemans or some of the other fruited lambic beers from Belgium, they are the OGs of the fruited sours that you see everywhere now that are made in the United States. Try one of the originals, and this one comes from the Lindemans Brewery, and this is a fruited sour, Lindemans Kriek. Cheers.